Before this video gets started, feel free to subscribe if you want to. Most people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so subscribing would help out my channel a lot. Thank you for considering, and on with the video. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get money without working in Bloxburg, part 3. I've done 2 parts of this in the past, so feel free to check those out if you haven't. But anyway, let's just get right into the video. So my first way to get money without working in Bloxburg is to buy a shovel and just put it on the ground anywhere, as you can see me doing, and then just use the shovel around your plot to make these dirt piles. When you go into build mode, you can sell these dirt piles for $7 each, and if you make a lot of them, you can get quite a good amount of money just by making dirt piles with a shovel in Bloxburg. You can literally do this like in the middle of your role plays and just pretend to be like gardening or something. My second tip is kind of related to this, and that is to plant some plants in like a garden in Bloxburg or just in dirt piles, and then once they grow you can sell them. A really popular way of doing this is through an orange tree farm, but it really doesn't have to be through a tree farm. You can just like plant a couple of flowers when you have time and like add it into a role play or something, and it's a great way to get some extra money. So my third tip is to sell expensive and or unnecessary decorations in your houses. This is pretty simple, but if you have a really big house, chances are you don't need it to be like super cluttered and super decorated unless you really want it to be. But for the most part, you're better off just deleting excess decorations, especially with like electronics. If you replace like more expensive electronics with cheaper ones, that can get you a lot of extra money. So my fourth tip is if you have a cafe. In my previous video, I mentioned that cafes weren't the greatest way to get money, and I still mostly agree with that, but I got this comment that had a really good point, that if you make the food at your cafe cheap, chances are you can get people to donate to you or tip extra to you because like they just want to pay you extra. And while obviously there is no guarantee that you're gonna get extra money or extra donations from having a cafe and having cheap foods there, I would say that it definitely increases your chances of getting extra tips and donations for having like a super affordable price. So I would say that if you have a cafe or restaurant, this is definitely something that you could try out. My fifth tip, going off of my previous one, is to sell limited time drinks and food to people. This is actually from a comment on one of my previous videos that I'll put up on the screen right now, but basically they say that selling some limited time food and drinks to people can get you a lot of money since it's not in the game all the time, so people will be willing to pay more money for it, which I think is super smart. So I would definitely recommend stocking up on food and drinks whenever there's a limited time update, and then saving them for later, and you can sell them at a cafe or restaurant or something, and it is a really easy way to potentially get some extra money. My sixth tip is to rent out your house or car to people. I did mention this in one of my past videos, but I just wanted to cover it again, because if you already have a house or a car, it's literally so easy to just like talk in a server chat and say that you're renting out your house or car. Usually there's always someone without a house or without a car who would be willing to pay a decent price to like use it for a set amount of time, so I would definitely recommend this if you need some fast money. So my seventh tip is to build random people's houses in Bloxburg servers. This is actually a really good way to get money. I find that whenever I go into a server and whenever someone's like ABC for someone to build you a house, normally someone responds in the chat within like a second. Like, it's super fast, and if you just go around servers and like say that you're building houses for people for money, you're probably gonna find someone who's willing to pay for you to build them a house. So this is perfect if you like building and want to get money. It's like working, but way more fun. So my second to last tip is to use undo instead of deleting in build mode. This one is really simple and takes like next to zero effort, but when you undo in build mode, you get all of your money back. But when you delete in build mode, I think you only get like 70% of your money back. So undoing just saves you a lot of extra money, and it's literally just clicking a different button, so I don't see why not. And for my last tip, it's kind of a joke, kind of not, but ask your friends for money. Obviously begging is not the greatest way to get money in Bloxburg, but some people are willing to donate, so like if you have a rich friend in Bloxburg, one of my friends asks me to donate to her sometimes. I gave her like $50,000 the other day since I have a lot of money in Bloxburg and did not mind giving it to her at all since she uses it for her YouTube videos and builds, which are super cool. And it just sort of made me realize that it can be a good way to get money if you just ask the right people and aren't like overly annoying or pushy about it. Anyway though, that is going to be all for this video. Make sure to check out parts 1 and 2 if you haven't already. With that being said though, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.